On June 19, 2016, an up-and-coming Hollywood actor, Anton Yelchin, died in a bizarre accident near his house in Los Angeles. In this episode, we're going to show you exactly what happened on the night when Anton Yelchin's life ended. At 27 years old, Anton Yelchin wasn't the most famous or the highest-paid actor in Hollywood. Best known for the role of a Starship Enterprise officer Pavel Chekov in the Star Trek franchise, Yelchin had a good number of solid roles, but nothing utterly spectacular. When we think of Anton, though, we think of his potential. If only he had more time to realize it in full. So, what happened to Anton Yelchin? Let's go back to the summer of 2016 to find out. It's around 10 p.m. on Saturday night in Los Angeles. Anton's about to leave his house located at 3866 Berry Drive in LA's neighborhood called Studio City. He's going for a late-night rehearsal, and he's terribly late. Anton rushes to his car, throws his stuff in, opens up the gate. Okay, did I? Yep, I did take the script. All right, good, I'm all set and ready to go. Yelchin takes off, but to get to the main road, he needs to drive up the hill of his private driveway. We'll stop here for a second. Two things to take note of. First, notice how steep that incline is? This 10-degree angle is going to be a critical factor in the series of events that are about to unfold. Second, Yelchin's car is a 2015 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo. It's a pretty fresh model, but what Anton doesn't know is that his car has a major flaw. Anton's car is moving up the hill of the driveway when suddenly… Wait, what about my notes? Did I take my notes? Of course I didn't. Gotta get them. Shoot. Now I'm gonna be late for sure. Anton stops his car, puts the gear lever in park, and rushes back to his house to grab something he forgot to take with him. He doesn't even turn the engine off. He'll be back in a minute. As Anton approaches the gate, his 5,000-pound SUV starts going down the hill. On such a steep incline, it's picking up speed rapidly. And just as Anton reaches the gate, the Jeep Grand Cherokee hits him from behind with a brutal force. Yelchin's unconscious and pinned to the brick wall of the gate. The vehicle's putting a strong pressure on his body, making it impossible for Yelchin to breathe. Anton will die in less than a minute from the traumatic asphyxia, which is basically an intense compression of the chest. Wait, what? Didn't he just put his car in park? He did? Then how come the car rolled backwards? Apparently, Anton's 2015 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo was part of a group of 1 million cars recalled that same year by Fiat Chrysler because of a gear shift problem. Here's that faulty gear shifter on the left. Unlike the more traditional shifters that stay in the selected position, the recalled model was designed to always go back to its original position after a gear was selected. In other words, instead of physically moving the lever from one position to another, it resets to a center position in between uses. The shift lever looked cool and futuristic, but made it so easy to confuse gear selection. Can you tell what position it is in now? It could be any, really. You can't tell, unless you look at those tiny LED lights. What Anton likely did is he pushed the lever forward and thought he put the car in park, but he didn't. He put it in neutral. He then opened the door and got out of the vehicle. When a car is in neutral, there's nothing that keeps it from rolling away. For a few seconds, the vehicle was standing still, but then gravity started pulling it backwards. As a result, the Jeep went down the hill, killing the young actor. His body would be discovered by his friends at around 1 a.m. on June 19th. They said that the car was still running and the shift lever was still in neutral. Such a bizarre and tragic accident. More than 40 injuries had been reported in the US before Fiat Chrysler issued a recall in April of 2016 to replace the shifter. So what about Anton's car? Did he get his recall notice? There's conflicting information about that. Some of the sources claim Yelchin should have received the notice in May of 2016, 1 month prior to his death. Others say that Yelchin would not have known about the recall because car owners hadn't yet been notified. This is the story of Anton Yelchin's death. This is how it was.
Alright, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you won't miss new episodes.